This is Matchday Live with NordVPN. It's a big one tonight. Old rivals in town for the first of 2 games in 4 days here at Elland Road. Can Daniel Farke's team build on an encouraging second half at Man City? All the build-ups come here from the studio with none other than the Chief, Lucas Radebe and Stuart Dallas. The atmosphere is going to be crackling. Don't go anywhere. It's Leeds United taking on Chelsea.
That's an absolute belter! Oh, it's in from Longstaff! Okafor! Dominic Calvert-Lewin!
Well, it is one of the biggest games of the season. 8:15 kick-off here at Elland Road. The place is filling and we are delighted to be joined by 2 former Leeds United players. Stuart Dallas, recent ambassador of the club as well. Worth saying, Stuart, welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And the reason why most school registers in Leeds and the surrounding areas have at least 3 Lucases on the names and the sheets in there, it is the Chief, Lucas Radebe. Fantastic to have you here. How are you doing?
Yeah, great to be here. Thank you.
You've just been around the pitch actually with the Kaiser Chiefs under-21s who took on Leeds United under-21s yesterday. You've dashed up, slightly warmer up here for you than it was out there. What was it like just kind of being back around the pitch tonight and just soaking it all in?
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. I think for me it's an honour, to be honest. And I never thought this would happen, you know, the real Kaiser Chiefs to come being Leeds. You know, I think the dream come true for me. But I think the atmosphere is building up nicely. I know we've got a big game and it's all excitement over there.
Well, a lot of it, very happy Leeds United fans to see you. Can we just get this out of the way? You're both ambassadors now. Is it Mr. Ambassador? Do I have to say to you, or your ambassadorship? How do we
you can call me whatever you want, but you've got to address
Mr. Ambassador, to you, yeah. The same thing.
He deserves the credit.
Same thing hasn't happened with the name Stuart, though, has it? Stuart, not that many kids on the registers.
Not really, no. Which makes me obviously unique.
No? Well, definitely more Lucas is knocking about. Well, listen, we do have a fantastic match in store tonight. And you look at the fixtures when they come out. There are certain games that fans look for, Leeds United fans and the Chelsea fans as well. They're looking for this one, when it's going to be. It's tonight, and it's a really, really big game.
Huge game. I think simply because of where both clubs are at in the league at the minute, it makes it even bigger. Chelsea obviously slowly just motoring along. I think going under the radar a little bit, and Leeds obviously fighting at the bottom end of the table. So a huge game with a lot of rivalry as well, as we all know. So the atmosphere is building, and nowhere better to play, as Lucas will tell you, is Elland Road under the lights. Yeah,
and Lucas, when you see a fixture like this as a player in your era as well, the fans are going to expect a performance to deliver against a team that, if you don't get a result against them, they're not going to let you forget about it. Yeah.
I mean, as a player, coming to a big game like this, you're going to have to give your best. It's a big game, and there's a lot as well at stake. I think for us, in terms of the points, Stuart was saying now about the positions where we are. We're trying to get up the league, and I think we know, and the fans know, how much we need in this game. Put a little bit of pressure, a lot of expectations, but I believe we can do it.
Yeah, 2 big games in a week, Chelsea and then Liverpool in a few days' time. You picked a good week, Lucas, to pop over for I'll pick those 2. Those ones look quite tasty and look quite nice. In terms of the team news tonight, and we'll hear from Captain Ethan Ampadu in just a moment, but in terms of the team news, 4 changes from that defeat at the Etihad at the weekend, with Gabby Goodmanson coming in, Jakob Biel into the heart of defence as well. Anton Stack is back after that concussion protocol, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who of course scored at the weekend, is back in. It means a change of formation with Perry in goal, Rodon, Biel and Struijk as the 3, Goodmanson and Bogle. Then in midfield, Tanaka, Ampadu and Stack. Calvert-Lewin alongside Nemetcha, who scored 3 in 3 now. So it's 4 changes, and probably looking like a change in formation, the formation we saw maybe in that second half against City.
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously going by the players that you've just named, it looks like there's going to be a change of shape. I think it worked well in the second half away to City on Saturday, and it probably suits, the personnel that we've got at the minute. It probably suits. you know, what it allows us, what a 3-5-2 allows you to be. It allows you to be defensively stronger centrally, because obviously you have an extra body at the back. But then you rely a lot on the wing backs providing the width and trying to get you up the pitch. So what we expect from Leeds at home is to play in the front foot, to play with an energy and a desire, and to get about the pitch. In a 3-5-2, it's more difficult to do that. So the fans have just got to be patient, not get frustrated when they're not able to press at certain times. So it's a formation that suits us. We've seen that. So I think the manager had no other option, only to stick to it tonight. Yeah, and as a player, Lucas, you probably approach most games with the first thought, keep a clean sheet, don't concede. You know, 3 at the back there. Just a solidification of things for Leeds United?
Yeah, I think we've got the players to do that. You know, it's great to see that we've got that depth, you know, to be able to bring the players in, you know, to play different that kind of formation. And I know, as you guys have said, I mean, against Man City, it worked very well second half, and which is great, and that's what we need. You know, we need to make sure that the fans are up on their feet, you know, from the word go, especially early on. But we can't concede early, you know, against big teams like that. And I think for me, I think we've got a good team. I feel that it will work today. You know, the way the team is set up, I think we'll do well. We'll compete. Obviously, we'll be missing a couple of players in the midfield, you know, for that a bit of that tenacity. But I believe that today we'll have a good game. Okay, Lucas is already physically getting into the game now, which I absolutely love. Brilliant. From one former club captain to the current club captain, let's hear the thoughts of Ethan Ampadu ahead of tonight's Crunch match.
Looking forward to the game this evening. Looks like another almighty challenge.
No, of course, as every game will be in the Premier League. That's why we want to play in this division for nights like this.
You're going to line up a little differently, something similar to what we saw at Manchester City in the second half of the weekend. Is that something you've been able to work on since then as well? Yeah, of course, we've spoken about it, we worked on it. We prepared for that, like you said, but we just want to mostly take the momentum that we started to build in that second half, especially. First half, we were disappointed with how we let goals in so early as well. But that momentum that we built and that sort of like putting the game to them, that's something that we were trying to do for today. And if you add that crowd noise, Elland Road under the lights, that could be significant potentially, could it? Well, it always is. We know that we've got to have them behind our back as they can be supporting us. So it's going to be another day, another great day.
Well, there you go, the thoughts of Ethan Ampadu, who will be leading the team out through the tunnel in just over 15 minutes' time. Sure, interesting to hear him saying there, because we're talking a lot about formation and the fans have been talking about it, how they're going to set up, how they're going to play. Actually, what he's talking about is building on momentum. Actually, there's a bit of a momentum shift in that 45 minutes in the second half against Manchester City. How do they take that into this game against a really strong opposition?
Yeah, well, I think they can take belief from the performance in the second half, but ultimately, to get confidence, you need results. And we haven't got that in recent weeks. So I think he touched on it there, if he can build on that, if they come away with a point even tonight at home against a good Chelsea team, and you put that together with the second half performance on Saturday, that's where you can start to grow confidence and believe in this formation, because they haven't played it. So it takes something to work before you actually believe in it. It worked till an extent on Saturday, albeit we lost the game. If they can get a result by playing in that formation tonight, well then the confidence will grow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're all realists, aren't we? There's no denying, left the Etihad with 0 points. So when it comes to the end of the season, that's what it will show. But given that first half performance and how it could have been, that second 45, Lucas, just showed that there is that belief there is that tenacity that you talked about to get themselves back into that game. I mean, Man City conceded loads last night, so they're having a bit of a strange time at the moment as well. But it was a good second half from the team. Yeah,
I think it shows that if we're in the game and we match them, especially if we get a little bit physical and we run into spaces. I mean, look at the goal we've scored. I mean that was a good goal. Yes, it was from a mistake, but I think it was good position, and I think he read the game very well. And I think we created chances, just to put them in. That's that will make a huge difference with us, and it will boost the confidence. You know, we'll play even much better. And to be honest, if we take this, you know, and we start the way we finished against Man City, I think we've got 2 players up front there who can actually, when given the right chances, and you know, they can get the ball in the net.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting seeing the 2 of them, of course, playing together as well. Nemecha and Dominic Calvert-Lewin kind of gave them the opportunity to feed off each other a little bit, both on the score sheet. And in terms of Nemecha, that's 3 and 3 in the Premier League. You know, not many players do that, do they, Stuart?
Yeah, no, he's doing what he's been brought in to do, and that's score goals. You know, playing him and Calvert-Lewin together, they're effective. It allows you to go forward quicker, more direct, and really put it up against centre backs. You know, I'll go back to the 3-5-2 formation as well. We were just watching the clips there, and the first goal, it comes from Tanaka in the middle of the pitch, winning the ball, and that's what that shape allows you to do, because you're more compact in the middle. It allows you for the counter press and to be able, but then it's about being positive from that. But again, here we see Gruev floating the ball into the box. When you're playing with 2 strikers as well and 3 centre backs, you know, we've extra height in the team now. So play to the strengths, put the ball in the box, you know, and make it hard for Chelsea. Make it hard. As a centre back, the last thing you want is 2 big lads to having to defend against them. Give them what they don't want. That's what I always think. If I was a defender, what do I not want a winger? When I played fullback, what do I not want a winger doing? And I always try to think opposite to the position I was playing in. Where does he not want me to go? What does he not want me to do? And it's sort of, you know, not all the time it worked out, but what I'm trying to say is give Chelsea what they don't want. Yeah,
there's a physicality there, Luke, as that Leeds approach tonight against that team that they're up against. That's going to be really important.
Yeah, absolutely. We're playing at home. You know, I think we're going to have to start well. We've got to compete because we know what they're capable of. Surely they've spoke about it at training with the manager, you know, and I think each and every one of the players know exactly what they have to do, you know, to win this game. I mean, if we compete in the middle, if we just, you know, second balls, I think we've got a chance.
But I think as well is, you know, we can talk about the manager and his tactics and everything else, but if you have a player and you switch off after the first minute and concede, everything goes out the window. Yeah. So the players have to take responsibility. They have to communicate better, because I've seen goals in recent weeks where it's a communication problem, and it's a simple fix. So if they can do that and you know, be aggressive as we talked about, well, they've shown they can match anybody.
Yeah. Especially with the belief. I mean, we've got big teams there. Each and every one of players have to believe in themselves. They're going to have to make sure that, you know, they get stuck in. You know, I mean, chances like that, especially, you know, we concede that early, because it pushes us, it put us under a lot of pressure early on. So we end up chasing the game, which is not great for us, because obviously we become vulnerable.
Okay, it's a big game. We're also delighted that Donnarumma is over that terrible second half injury he suffered as well, causing the break in play at the weekend. Right, let's get the thoughts of our commentary team this evening. Bryn Law and Tony DiRigo ahead of tonight's 8:15 kickoff.
Well, in terms of team news, we have much to discuss, because something different happening, I think, this evening.
It certainly is. We saw something different in the second half at Manchester City, and we go again with that team, apart from Stack comes in and Gruev comes out. So the 3-5-2 I think is clearly, it suits the characteristics of quite a few of our players. I like the fact that we've got Mecha and Dominic Calvert-Lewin together. Sometimes one of those players can be a bit isolated up top. 3 solid centre halves, and of course our fullbacks just love to get forward, and they do their best work, I think, when they are on the front foot. So that seems to be the consensus. We put in a great performance with that system in the second half. We need to go again.
Post-match on Saturday, the manager was relatively non-committal about whether he might do this in the next game or going forward even, because he said it wasn't necessarily about formations, it's maybe about the approach of the players, but it did work well. He must have seen something there to give it another go.
He clearly did. I think he's right in the fact that it's not formations that win or lose your games. It's, you know, it's how the players play within that structure. You know, the formation didn't concede the goal in the first minute. It was a player not going with his man. So sort of thing. So I understand his opinion there, but I think there's clearly, you look at that second half and you think, a lot of the things we did because certain people in the right positions where they're comfortable, and we really took it to Man City in their backyard. We put them on the back foot. So you've got to try and give that formation another go.
Chelsea manager has made it clear that they were aware of the change that Leeds had made and that they were going to work on the potential for this system being put in place tonight. I mean, it's still, no matter what team, no matter what formation, Leeds are going to have to do pretty well to get anything from this, aren't they?
Let's be honest, there is no surprise. This is a Chelsea side who have played in Europe, they played in the Premier League, in the Cups. They would have come across, all sorts of formations. So it's how quickly you can adapt, and I think that's what happened, obviously, with Guardiola at Man City. Donnarumma goes down, they then adapted to our formation, but I don't see Chelsea having those sort of issues in that they'll prepare for lots of different scenarios, and one of them no doubt will be the 3-5-2.
And despite all that, what's the basic for Leeds to get something tonight?
We've got to build into the game, but take forward what we had in that second half. So we had confidence, we had momentum, and I think the belief was certainly in the players, and whatever the result is tonight, I think it's important to do exactly the same thing. Put out a performance, put something you think, we did that really well. We might have to do one or two things better, but we could actually get some points here. So, and don't concede early, please. Let's not do that.
That would be a very good start indeed. After that, we hope for good things, obviously.
Yeah, definitely hoping for good things tonight with less than 10 minutes to go until kick-off. And we couldn't take the opportunity, Lucas, to have you here without talking about your battles with Chelsea for Leeds United over the years. Some incredible ones. I mean, we've got some footage here. This is 1996. 2-0 win for Leeds. Your job pretty much is to pick up that little maestro, Gianfranco Zola. Talk us through that as an experience of playing against him and your role on the night. You were stuck to him.
Very tricky individual, but I think he was a key, to their team because he was floating all over the place, and I was given that role to make sure that he doesn't get a sniff. I mean, I think at some point he went to the bench and I had to follow him all the way. But what a quality player to be up against. But if I have to do that, and sacrifice, being heavily involved in the game, hey, why not? If it pays well for us, I would do that all the time.
That's the talk of a proper captain there, isn't it? Selfless doing it. But, is he still in your pocket there? Or have is he just in that?
Yeah,
Evening, Gianfranco. Nice to have you joining us in the studio tonight. But, great games and great rivalries, and we could do with a result like that tonight. By the way, Leeds are unbeaten on a Wednesday at home. Stop laughing. Come on, behave yourself. Since December 2022. 3 years, 8 matches. So it's all set up nicely.
I mean, yeah, you've said it now, so...
I've said it. Shouldn't keep quiet, really, shouldn't I?
Just next point.
Let's talk about the Chelsea team, where those difficulties are going to be if we're going to extend that to 9 tonight. They've got some players, and in their starting lineup, like João Pedro. Buildup starts up front for them tonight. And also, the kind of wonder kid, the kid of the moment, Estevao, who's been incredible when he's played, scored that unbelievable goal against Barcelona. Where are those battles going to be tonight, Stuart?
I think you've nailed it there. Estevao, I think, is one where he is a problem for anybody. So Goodmanson tonight is going to have his work cut out. Obviously, he's going to need help from Stuart because Goodmanson's going to have to provide the width and get forward for us. So Stuart's going to have to cover at times Estevao. So João Pedro in the middle, Ampadu's probably going to sit on him. And at times, because we're playing the back three, can Joe Rodon step in and help him as well? So. They've quality of Gittins on the left as well. They've quality all over, and this is a Premier League one. The quality throughout the team, and anybody can hurt you.
We're just feeling the kind of vibrations coming through, the noise in the stadium now. It's filled up really quickly towards the end here. What kind of a difference does that make to you as players? And you used to lead that team out through the tunnel, hearing that noise, seeing the thousands of fans, knowing that you were coming out at Elland Road for a massive game under the lights?
Well, it's amazing, knowing that you've got that great support and the atmosphere is going to be like absolutely amazing. You want to match that atmosphere, in the field of play and make sure you deliver, because the more you play better, the fans, they erupt, and then you can feel, you know, that inspiration behind you, and it's absolutely amazing, you know, and it's great that, you know, those fans as well. I think they know what they're doing, and they can see as well, you know, from out there when the players are doing well, when the players are committed or not committed, and to be honest, when you show that commitment in the field of play, they will back you, and even if you go down, they will back you 100%, which I think this is the kind of place it is.
Yeah, that's about beautiful, because it's a two-way relationship, right? There's the fans in the stands and the players they're doing their bit. When it comes together on a night like tonight, it can create something special, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, mostly what sparked that is individual battles. You win individual battles, you know, where the place erupts, and then it gives you that impetus to put that team under pressure.
Yeah. The players need the fans.
Yeah.
The players need the fans because they're going through a difficult moment. So it's important that, as Lucas says, individual battles, somebody set it off. The fans will stick by us. They will stick by the players, but it's important that the players give them something as well, whether that be a tackle, a last-ditch tackle, a clearance, you know, running to chase a ball down, anything. Just give them something, and you know, they'll back you right to the end.
Well, here we go, guys. You've summed it up perfectly. Quick score prediction from you both. Go on, Stuart. What's the score going to be tonight?
2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. Lucas?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, about 2 hours. I wanted to be different, but I couldn't do one, I think.
Incredibly non-committal, thank you. Right, let's get to it then. Huge game under the lights at Elland Road. We can't wait. Stuart and Lucas have set it up perfectly. Your commentary team are Bryn Law and Tony DeRigo. Enjoy the match.